The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to McGurk Alumni Stadium in Amherst, home to the UMASS Minutemen. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Northern Illinois Huskies, taking on a team from the MAC, the UMASS Minutemen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. UMass will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Northern Illinois Huskies offense will go on the attack first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
The Huskies are on the move. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minutemen offense heads onto the field for the first time today. But, Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. Let's talk for just a second about UMass. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration, so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. It is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll give it to Johnson. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Plows through the defense. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it in. It's Rogers. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Givens. They make the stop right there, but Northern Illinois has the first down. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off him, does a nice job. being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Bryant. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
Mano-a-mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UMASS offense returns to the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, to give, looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Jordan. Makes the catch, it's Anderson. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for a big gain. Pulls it in down the sideline. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to the running game. he's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. UMass just kept it on the ground to move the sticks, and they might rely on that offensive line again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. It's good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, he'll throw it. A little screen to the running back. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Get set.
Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught close to the marker. It's given. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Brings into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Going for 6. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Oh, the attempt is no good. Still up by 8 after the miss. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but
He smashes his way through again. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage, tried to break out the spin move and still couldn't get loose. UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. A strike downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. And they're able to get him down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Givens. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. completion sets him up on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds a tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Wants to go up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Northern Illinois will line up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Northern Illinois! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they closed it going up top for the final few inches in the score. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Alumni Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Coming out with it, it's Massey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UMASS offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Defense looks as if it's coming. To the air, it's Jordan. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. We'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Gibbons. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Bryant. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback.
Touchdown, Huskies! The offense cashing it in on that drive. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
UMass will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the same page.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They're dealing with a second and long. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had...
There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. And the punishment has been extended.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. A 70-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Massey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UMass offense returns to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. That's caught. It's Griffin. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Now the play fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it.
Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Grab behind the line. It's good. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fires on the run. Catch inside the 30 and still running. There he goes. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. UMass lines up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Back to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And they had so much success moving the football down the field. Now you're a little bit stuck. Negative play, back to back. Got to get back to some of that stuff you did on this drive that you had success with.
Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the third time tonight. Dead center perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the gun, the ground game. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Out across the 30, mark down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Northern Illinois has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Final stance of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
It's complete to the left. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's at hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They'll run play action. He's got the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Bryant. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. To the ground on the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
He makes a grab. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They march 78 yards down the field. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Running to the left. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up the first down. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Jet sweep, trying to get the edge. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. So now it's second and long. Back to pass, it's Jordan. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's good. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. UMass comes to the line facing 2nd and short. They just keep firing. They're working that left side. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Dropping back, it's Jordan. Zings it complete to the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Catch in the middle. It's Rogers. Oh, he's got some space. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Givens. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Huskies getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Hood. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Looking downfield, it's Jordan. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on this.
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season.
Yeah, I love coaching staffs that want to stay aggressive, and here's a team that's up in the fourth quarter, and the coach is still letting his guy throw the football around, but you got to make better decisions. I mean, at this point, you're risking your team's ability to win this football game. You got to be more conservative.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. Quick release on the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.